across the globe. With gratitude and respect, I welcome my director, Dr. M.R. Vanichamani, who has given me the opportunity and support to host this program. Thank you, madam. On behalf of the Department of Management Studies, I welcome all the professors from various universities and colleges for this wonderful FTP. For this program, we had more than 1,000 registrations all over the country, from which we have selected 200 participants using computer-generated simple random sampling technique to take part in this live session. And you all are here. The remaining participants will go through this session as a video on YouTube, and an assessment test will be conducted to them at the end of each session. I am so pleased to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Kamala Devi Bhaskaran of Industry Relations and faculty in School of Management and Commerce, Amity University, Dubai. She holds an executive education in business analytics from Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, United States of America. She is a certified trainer to teach innovation and entrepreneurship from Stanford University Program Ambassadors. Dr. Kamala Devi has vast skill and experience in creating, producing, and executing large-scale corporate and academic events. She has managed more than 120 large-scale international professional events, including business conferences and corporate incentive programs globally. She has completed her PhD in management at Bharatiya University, India, undergraduate studies, MPhil and MBA at Dravidya University and Bharatidasan University, respectively, from India. Her research interests lie in the area of entrepreneurship, business research methods, business analytics, and e-commerce, ranging from theory to design to implementation. She is a recipient of Best Presenter Award at various international conferences held in France, Spain, Thailand, UAE, India, and Malaysia. He also has substantial influence in professional, community, and outreach activities that is demonstrated by the various roles she has undertaken. With huge respect, I welcome you, ma'am.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Sriram.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me share my screen.
Okay, ma'am. Let me take one more minute to share some general instruction to all our faculty members, madam.
Yes, please.
Dear faculty members, it is my humble request to mute your audio through your mic so that we can clearly hear the FTP. And if you want to raise any question, please put in the chat box, or you can use a hand raise icon in this session. And at the end of the session, we will be given 15 minutes to discuss all the questions. And I will be managing the whole thing. Now the session is all yours, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Sriram. Is it visible? My screen is visible for you?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear faculty, fraternity. I would like to extend a warm thanks to my supervisor, Dr. Vanitha Mani, for giving such an opportunity to interact with all the faculty. Thank you, Mr. Sriram, for giving me the wonderful introduction of mine. I think I can address you all working professionals because all are working. Here we are here, to understand the work-life balance of academicians across the globe. Everywhere across the globe, we are human. Everybody is human. Ultimately, in the work-life balance. When I say work-life balance, before we could say COVID-19 scenario, we were trying to say work-life balance. We used to be in office. All of us are working professionals. So we were I'm trying to recall the memories. So what we do, we go to office, we try to balance the home. Always say like we could not spend more amount of time with our children. We could not spend with my family. Everything we used to say. Now the trend has been changed. Now we are at home for entire 24 hours. We have the opportunity to do work from home. Even though we got an opportunity, we still blame and we say like we could not balance work from home. So we are trying to understand how. This is what we were were in need, right? Before we were trying to understand how to balance the home, and then we could not spend so much time. Now we got the opportunity. We still blame we have a work. We don't have a work-life balance, especially for the academicians. When we say academicians, to be specific, we have our own setup as a parent. We have our own children. On the other way, we have our own students. We need to try to balance our children with our own students as well. In simultaneously, let's see what are the problems we are facing and what are the problems our students are facing, how to address that. Because if we are addressing, say for example, we have 200 faculty here. If we have a 200 faculty here, everybody will be in contact with around 500 students. So ultimately 200 into 500 students, we will be meeting more than 10,000 students. Ultimately 100,000 students, we will be meeting them, and then we try to communicate with them everything. But the thing is, we need to bring the So this is the life at present. Our life is, we are trying to lean on work more than the life. But what we want right now is, we want work and life to be more balanced. This is how we need it at present. Let's see what made us, to bring the work-life balance. Where are we suffering? The first thing is overworking. Now, what we are feeling at home, basically, we feel like we are working. Overworking in the sense, number one, we feel like at home we are spending more than 8 hours, more than 8 official hours. Out of 24 hours, we feel like we are spending more than 10 to 12 hours in working. We are spending less time to homework. What exactly are the problem we are facing? Number one, we are trained teachers in the university to teach face-to-face teaching to the students. We were not meant for online teaching before. We look at the face of the student, we teach the student, we get the feedback from the student. If the student feels bored, immediately we try to change to some other activity. But now what is the scenario? We have to keep them engaged by only voice, only through the act. You cannot look at the face, due to some internet connectivity or something. You cannot look at the face of every student. If the student is feeling bored, he will keep himself muted and he will go off. How will you manage? To prepare them lots of activity with their using Teams, or either you are using WebEx, Zoom. We were not used this kind of platform. We are spending unlimited hours, day and night, to learn such a platform. All of a sudden, we were trained in this platform. Once we are trained, now everybody is expert using this kind of platform. Now, it makes us to spend long working hours. That is officially. Personally speaking, now you cannot go out of your home. Number two, you don't have to task of cooking, cleaning, other aspects. Of that, you have to, even if you have your children, you have to take care of your children. I mean, children's online classrooms. Children are not used for online classrooms. You need to be supportive. So within the 24 hours, how will you balance the timing which made us feel like overworking? We are working more than the normal hours, more than the COVID-19 situation, because we could not adapt to the technology at present. It takes time to adapt to the technology. So what exactly our students are facing? What are they trying to do? Even we could not face a balance. Immediately, we try to push lots of assignments. We try to give lots of activities for the students. We are overloading. If you imagine from students' point of view, we are overloading the students. So every faculty, whoever is checking the class, end of the day, we are giving them some tasks to do. Every day, at the end of the day, the students are sitting for long working hours to complete each and every task and then upload. It could be the online presentation, online activity, or online assignment, anything. So we are pushing to the student. We are making the student to do lots of work ultimately, but we shouldn't do that. But the students are smart enough to adapt to the technology than us, because we are the generation we were trying to, the combination of sometime we are the generation we learn the touch screen from the landline phone, but they are the generation they born with that. They know how to use the technology. What we are doing, we are trying to make them to sit for longer usual. If they are in the university, they don't sit for longer hours. They try to interact with the students. They try to learn from the students. But we made them to sit with the longer hours and with the less interaction of time. So they don't have any interaction among the students. Everybody is trying to interact with us. It made us, it made them mentally troubled as well. So this is the problem they are facing. But what is the solution for that? The solution for this challenge overworking is we need to take an action of 8:8:8. What is this 8:8:8? We have 24 hours in a day. What we have to do, 8 hours, you just make yourself in a sleep mode. 6 to 8 hours, which is mandatory. 8 hours officially, you have to work for your employer for at least 8 hours. So 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for your work. The rest of the 8 hours, that 8 hours you need to balance. You need to balance. You need to create a mental balance with a different combination of the work. It could be any activities, combination of your meditation or yoga, the activities which is closer to your heart. Whatever is closer to your heart, whatever you like, it could be any swimming or watching a movie, listening song, or spending time with your family, which is very important. So the 16 hours, the 8 hours of sleep and the 8 hours which you are spending time for your socializing or spending with your family, the 16 hours will make you to give the productive 8 hours of your course, which will give you work-life balance if you are overworking. What is the second point is that interruptions. When everybody across the globe, everybody is doing the work from home, we are tend to have interruptions. I think I could recollect quickly one video which was circulating in the WhatsApp. The BBC News was live. The newsreader was reading the news during that time. His pet came inside the room and it was moving around. I think you must have watched that particular video. So interruptions are more common when it comes to work from home scenario. We need to accept. What kind of interruptions do we expect? Faculty point of view, I would say, first of all, we will be having a technical disruptions. It could be due to your internet connectivity or some. We will not be able to view exactly. We will not be familiar with that particular platform. And then the family interruptions. Say sometime, we are not supposed to use that word interruption, but sometime when you have somebody ring the bell, actually you might get a phone call, or if you have a small children at home, if the children is crying, we are tend to go and take care of our children, which holds the higher priority when we are at home. Due to power cut, so we are facing lots of interruptions, which will give the mental pressure for us. Even you got ready at 9 o'clock, you are sitting in front of your laptop trying to connect with your students. What happens is, all of a sudden, you will not be able to connect immediately when the meeting is exactly at 9 o'clock. You will not be able to join the meeting because of so many interruptions. Even if you join the meeting, because of your background noise, the interruptions, you will not be able to speak in the meeting. But see to it that you are visible online. You are working. You are keeping yourself online. That is very important. But you have to be prepared. Everything is unexpected, especially when it comes to from home. That is unexpected. We need to create the habit of accepting the situation. What are the students are facing? We need to understand. We should not see from our point of view. We need to see from us point of view when you are speaking about the academicians. See here, the students may, for example, in India, especially if you see, normally we could see 2 to 3 children at home, but in most of the home there will be a 0 laptop or at least 1 laptop or desktop they'll be having at home. I hope, most of the people will be having your mobile phones. That's fine, but student could able to join using the mobile phone. Not everybody will be able to join using the laptop or desktop. We cannot expect that, because if they are 2 to 3 children, we will not be having a 2 to 3 laptop at home for them to use that laptop for the classes. So we need to understand the situation. certain applications, certain things they will not be able to do using the mobile phone. We need to accept that due to the broadband connection, we'll be having a minimal broadband connection because we were not prepared for this kind of, online class, online mode. So such platform, such internet has been shared through various devices at home, which will lead to low bandwidth. So they try to seek the help from friends or relatives or siblings, which is most common. So this kind of interruptions we are facing, like it will create, the disruptive environment, or it will create lots of mental pressure. So what is the action we have to take? Expect the unexpected. I would recollect one, scenario for this particular interruption. We were trying to have a webinar in Dubai. So our technique expert, the resource person, he is joining from US. So when we were trying to arrange at 4 p.m. here, I guess it's a midnight, early morning a.m. for the resource person who is located in US. 3 a.m. So before, due to the time difference, you'll be able to understand. So if you could understand. Due to the 11-hour difference, he was waking up early at 2 a.m. When he switched on the laptop, actually, the laptop was undergoing the software updates. The 2 early morning, 3 a.m. the speaking time for him. It's ultimately 4 p.m. here. So at 2 a.m. he woke up and he's just switch on the laptop. It is undergoing the software updates. Software updates, we are not so sure how long it will take. It might take 1 hour, sometime 30 minutes, sometime couple of minutes. It depends on the update. So we were not expected. So time is 3 a.m. over there. Here it's 4 p.m. But we were still waiting for him. He's telling like, no, it's updating. We were waiting. Later he joined. So such kind of interruptions that we need to expect the unexpected. So this kind of situation will happen. But what we have to do, we have to agree those kind of situation. That's what I was about to say for the technology hiccups. Technology hiccups, basically all sorts of technology always have hiccups. So you might be familiar with lots of online platforms. See, once you get into the WebEx or Teams or Zoom, whatever the platform you are using it, again, we cannot use only the PowerPoint presentation to make the students much bored. What we will be doing, we'll be using various applications, the platforms, for making the students more interesting. So one of the platform is Kahoot, Quizzes, and Microsoft Forms. If you are using, Teams, Microsoft Forms is part of the package. So in such scenario, in more other applications are also available. When you are using it, just if you go to the setting, you have to look at the settings properly, each and every setting. If you look at the Microsoft Forms, I could say, if you don't mark a tick for accept responses, even though you set a question, you will not be able to receive the responses. So you have to mention the name of the organization, one response per person, that you have to put a tick mark. If not, you will be receiving only answers from the students. You will not be able to see the name of the student which student have submitted. So ultimately, you will end up receiving only the answers. You will not be able to see which student have submitted. So what is his name? Whether which email ID he is using. So what to do when we do technology, we need to see. We need to say, are we familiar with that? Could you please mute all of you? Could you please mute? Because I'm getting an echo. So this is also a technology hiccup, because we ourselves, when we join, the mobile phone or somebody else device or something, we will not be able to know whether the video is on, the audio is on. So we have to be careful as well when we are doing it. Even though if you have muted, we need to make sure whether we are muted when we are talking, especially to our boss or especially to the students. Well, from students' point of view, yes, coming back to the online examinations for the students. Online examinations are not familiar with online examinations. When we were expecting them to write with a paper and pen. But what they are doing, now we want them to type in the laptop. We are not so sure how many of students will be familiar in typing, how many of students will be, good in using the technology, especially when it comes to the type. reading and those parts. So we need to give them the enough time to do that. So students might be facing, the problem of joining in the meeting. They'll be facing a problem using the head. We only faculty, we don't have such kind of mental pressure. The students are also having such a pressure more than us, because they also feel like they are overloaded. They are more connected only with the devices, because since morning they wake up, they just switch on the laptop or mobile phone, in which device they are connected, till evening they have classes. After classes again, their screen time is very, very high. Before, we were the one, we were talking about this, they should use very less screen time. We don't want to give more devices to the students, not the mobile phones not allowed. No, they should not check this, that. But now the trend has changed. We are the one, we are making them to sit only with the laptop, only with the mobile phone, only with the devices. Now they are living in the machine. So even if they are joining also, there are possibility for one student removing the other student, that possibility is also, which is making the student's life little more miserable. What is the action are we supposed to take? The action is adapt to new norm. This is the new normal. Before, we were talking about a different normal life, but now the trend has been changed. This is the new normal. We need to adapt to the new normal, because now there is a rapid transition is happening. Once the rapid transition is happening here, now we need to adapt to the new norm. This is the new norm. That is the solution for technology hiccups. What is the next issue which you are facing? Home loneliness. When we say loneliness, before, in those days, loneliness means being alone. I am alone. I am alone means I am alone at home. Physically, I am alone. I don't have anybody to talk physically, mentally. But now, home loneliness, even though there are 10 family members at home, everybody is with their own devices. They have their mobile phone, they have their own internet connection or laptop. They are well connected only with the devices. Remember, like when you are in the office, you try to think of your home when you are having your coffee or lunch. You try to call home and say whether have you had your dinner, had your coffee, when did you come home. You talk to your children. But now, once you are at home, once you are at home, physically you are at home, but mentally you are not at home. Now, I don't think people are asking whether the children had the food or not. The trend has been changed now. You cook, keep it in the table, whoever wants, come and have the food. So here, whether we have, there is no point of asking whether have you had your food, dinner, this, that. No such questions are happening, because everybody is sitting in with one corner with their laptop devices, well connected with the office members, not the family members. But those days, even though we are in the office, mentally we were connected with the family. We were thinking of the family. But now the situation is other way around. We are at home, we are physically with the family members with a short distance, but mentally they are connected, well connected with the office, not connected with the family members. But believe me, and I feel this is the opportunity. This opportunity will never come in our life. We have, in our generation, we have never seen such kind of, maybe we are facing this kind of scenario. Maybe we don't know how long it goes, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Your family members, which we have never got such kind of opportunity like before. We have to make it a kind of opportunity, but but I don't think we are making it as an opportunity. From our point of view, see the loneliness. If you say we are, as I told you, we are well connected with the only devices. It's not like a human to human live interaction. It is now human to machine interaction. I'm talking to machine. If the opportunity would have permitted, I would have spoken to 200 faculty members in person, seeing your face, seeing in your face, seeing your emotions, whether you like it or you don't like it, what do you need, what information you wanted to get it from me. But that is something different. But what am I doing at present? I'm just talking to the machine, assuming that that machine is transmitting to various people. Again, I'm sitting alone and talking to people, assuming that somebody is listening to me. That is home loneliness. See, imagine what our students are doing. There is no live interaction. See, college life is not only the education for the students. They are having a, the chit chat among the friends. They have having a live interaction. They just go out for a coffee. They just go out for a dinner. They just go out for a lunch. There is between 1 hour to other hour, there is a live interaction between the students, which made the college life more memorable. But now there is no live interaction. For example, 9 to 10 class followed by 10 to 11. You hardly give a couple of minutes break to the students. How do they interact with the students? They are connected only through the apps again, through the WhatsApp again. Now there is, less opportunity to go out and play the football or cricket, which they are supposed to play. Now, but I feel this is the opportunity. One way you are lacking the opportunity, other way they can re-examine the talent, whatever talent they have, whatever talent we have. We can look at the past. We can dig deeper. We can dig ourselves deeper. What we like. Who am I? What I like. You can go dig deeper and then try to bring your talent out. This is the opportunity for that. The action which we have to take for this, do it yourself. If I'm being alone, if I feel like I'm alone, I'm connected to the devices, I have to find out a way how to, fulfill my loneliness. What I need, find out your need, find out your expectation, and then try to fulfill it. The next, maybe if interruption or whatever you call, we call it as a self-care. Self-care, to take care of ourselves. Self-care is nothing but to take care of ourselves. Taking care of ourselves, see, basically human is having a, especially when you are with your family, human is having a tendency of taking care of ourselves along with the family members. That is the situation we always have. When you say taking to bring the work-life balance, the first thing is it should come from us. So when you say self-care, first we need to have a proper sleep schedule, which is very, very important. At least as an adult, we need to have a 6 to 8 hours of sleep. At least 6 hours I would recommend. But if you have 8 hours of sleep in a night, actually, the remaining 16 hours, you will be able to face the problems, any sort of problem in the next 16 hours. If you sleep, try to sleep for, take a deep sleep for 8 hours in a day. I assure you that you will be able to come out of any sort of problems for the next 16 hours. And then the small exercise. The exercise which I'm telling you, I'm not speaking any theoretical point of view, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, we cannot apply any theory. All the theories are gone. Now, whatever is applicable for us, that is the theory. If this is working out for me, this is the theory. When I say exercise, I don't want to reduce weight or something, but at least to keep me fit. To give some movements, we can do some sort of exercise. And then time to reset and refresh. When you want to have a cup of coffee, instead of having in your dining table, just go out or go to your garden, take it to the different environment. Because now we have a setup in the same house. We have one corner is kitchen, other corner is bedroom, but we feel once we are back from the office, we feel like this is our home. We are staying, but now in the same corner, we have our table, we have our chair, we have our sofa. We keep and do all our office work in the same place. If we are doing that, we are trying to mix both the official space and the personal space. But always we need to have a small gap between these two. We should not mix both the official and the personal work. Because when we are doing at home, mentally, we feel like this is our office, but this is our home too. This is our home too. That is why Hillary Clinton in her speech before, she used to say, don't confuse having a career with having a life. Both are different. We should not confuse having a career and having a life. Both are different. So we have to keep ourselves hydrated. Everything fix appointment. Maybe, Microsoft, for me personally, if you say Microsoft Outlook will help me a lot. Microsoft Outlook, whatever is the appointment, even if it is a 10 minutes appointment or 15 minutes appointment, everything I'll just put it in the calendar. I don't carry anything in my mind. I don't want to carry. If you are committing me, can we meet for tomorrow evening for a cup of coffee? Immediately, I'll just put it in the calendar. Tomorrow evening, coffee with this particular person. So everything you just put it in the calendar. You don't have to, because we cannot keep on remembering everything. We cannot keep on, reminding, because it's like we are facing so many ball. We are not facing only one ball. When you are playing a car, actually we try to hit only one car. But now cards are coming from various 360 degrees. How do I hit? I cannot, keep on playing with everybody. So keep it in put everything in a calendar. Whatever meetings you have, say in that calendar, I suggest you to make a 1 hour time or 30 minutes time, whatever you want, 6 to 7, 6 to 6:30 or something. Have some personal time. Block a calendar. See, whatever email ID, everybody will be having an email ID. Whatever email ID you are having, you can just log in, put it in your Outlook calendar, either in your mobile or in your laptop, whatever is more comfortable for you. Everything, whatever appointments you are getting, just keep on adding it. Keep on adding it. Before adding everything, block your personal time. This is my personal time. This is my family time. Even in my family, I always say, if everybody is busy with, as like I told you, we are not the exception. Everybody is busy with their own devices. During that time, I say, if you really wanted to meet everybody, tell me, I'll send you the calendar invite. Let me send you the calendar invite. At least we can meet for 30 minutes or 1 hour. Means that the 30 minutes and 1 hour is more precious to talk with us. When we are talking, I don't want somebody to come and interrupt. In such scenario, have your own calendar. And that is very important. Okay, this is self-care for us. But if you're talking about our students, they are younger generation in age, they need physical care. Physically, they need support, which could be given by the parents or, their relatives. Mental care, which could be given only by the faculty members and, the friends and the family members. Only you could give. How can we give? Now we could give only based on our speech. We should always have energy in our speech. When we are taking any online classes, we need to have more energy. We need to be motivated, because only they are hearing only our voice. Even though they see their video or anything, they listen only our voice. So before you go, whatever pressure you have, everything, keep it aside. Keep yourself with more energy and to go and talk to the students. When the students, somebody says good morning in a low tone, immediately stop him, try to give him the energy, pass the energy. Don't allow any negative vibes, because if you allow a small negative vibes in online classes, it will disturb and then ruin the entire 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever class you are taking. Because we need to spread only the energy. If you just pass because this is all psychological effect, because the faculty members, you will be knowing much, much better. Initially, if you trigger them with a little energy, your class, they will enjoy being with your class. When you're taking a 3 hours of class continuously, I will ask my students, shall I take a break for 5 minutes in between? He said, no, ma'am, we don't want to take. If you want, you just take for 5 minutes. So they attend the 3 hours class continuously without even taking a break. So if you pass your positive vibes and the energy and the enthusiasm to your students, it will be amazing. They'll be with you for 3 hours continuously. So they enjoy being with you. But if we allow them the negative vibes or with the low tone in the beginning of the class, even the 40 minutes class also will be very, very difficult. Class in the sense is not only the sharing the content they can learn through any channels. All the platforms are available. That is not the meaning of the class. What is the action? Action is self-care, is not selfish. When I'm taking care of myself, it's not I'm selfish. When I'm taking care of my family, that's not I'm selfish. When I'm taking care of my students who are studying to me, I'm not selfish. Because this is my attitude. Self-care is my attitude. Caring for the society, caring for the environment, it's an attitude. We need to have that culture. What next? Healthy habit. Here comes the issue. When we say the healthy habit, before we were much sophisticated. When I use the word sophisticated, I want to tell you one thing. 100 years before, we know how kings were living. We are living much more luxury life than the king who used to live 100 years before. I'm sure you will be agreeing with me. We are living much more sophisticated life than the king who was living 100 years before. He does not have such kind of technology. Now we have such kind of technology, such kind of artificial intelligence to work on everything we have. But now what happens is we are depending on our domestic helper. Now the trend has been changed. We have to cook, we have to clean, we have to do our own work. Here comes the issues in work life balance. Before we were living the same work life balance, now we don't have any helper. We have to do everything. Here comes the problem of work life balance. What exactly we have to do? This is, as I told you, this is a new normal. We don't know how long it goes, but we have to try to adapt the new normal, which is very important. This is how the life is. We need to accept the life. So move little here and there the physics. So one of the worst posture is for the human body is sitting posture. You're not supposed to sit for a long time. You ask any physiotherapist, they say one of the worst posture is the sitting posture. So don't have yourself or your students to sit for longer hours. We should not allow them to sit for longer hours. At least make small movement. If you cannot walk in between, at least take a small, just get up and then get down, get up and then get down. That is the worst thing, like worst exercise. At least a simple exercise we can do. Stay positive. We know most of this. I mean, if we are tend to have more pressure from externally pressure, we try to burst out. That is always possible, especially whether they are men or women. We have to burst out. We have no other option to do, because you cannot burst out in the classroom. We are academicians. You cannot burst out in front of the students. You need to control. Where is the place? You cannot hold your heart or the mind. Burst out. Wherever who is closer to you, burst to them. It may be anybody. You can, whoever is close to you, at least burst out. If you can't burst out, at least, write it in a piece of paper, because we cannot keep it inside. We are pressing lots of pressure. One side, pressure from your employer, pressure from your own children, because the children, if you are especially having a small child, they will not be able to know how to access the online platforms. You have to help, and then you have to learn, because we are not used to the classroom teaching. We ourselves have to learn. Plus we have to do the cooking, we have to do the cleaning, take care of household activities. If you have your pets, take care of the pets. If you have your elders at home, take care of them. Again, all of a sudden, if there is no power cut, it will disrupt the complete internet. Again, you will end up in a issue. So we need to keep ourselves positive. And then 20-20-20 rule. I know everybody is familiar with the 20 rule. So for every 20 minutes, you have to look at the distance of 20 meters for 20 seconds to keep your eyes fresh. That you'll be knowing. The healthy diet. I understand that it's easy to say healthy diet. The healthy diet, if you say, if somebody is preparing some food and giving in our plate, people always say, eat vegetables, eat cut fruits. Who will cut the fruits? We have to cut the fruits, and then we have to eat it, especially once you are a woman. And then the other one, see, for the couple of the problems, acidity kind of problems, doctor used to advise, instead of having the 3 meals, try to have it 6 meals. Try to have it 6 meals is quite easy to say for the doctor. But who will give us a 6 meal? We have to cook, we have to pack 6 meals, and then we need to have it. So for some situation, it's easy to say, but difficult to follow. But we need to learn to say no. Some of the employees, we can't say, we never have the habit of saying no. Always we try to, take whatever it comes, we try to take it. Those kind of people, actually, when you can't, please try to say no, I can't. It may be any job, at home or anywhere. If you can't say, if you are overfilled with work, don't take too much of task. If you have the capability of doing 5, try to do only 4. Try to do only 4. Keep one as a, the additional task, in case of emergency, you can use it. If you have the 100% capability of doing the work, do it only 80%. Don't extend yourself up to 120%. See, there is a other proverb to say, like, you don't have to make yourself miserable to be successful. Don't extend instead of 100% productivity, don't overgive to 120 percentage or 130 percentage. To get the successful, to get the good name, at least don't make your life more miserable. From students, see, students, you need to encourage your students also to stick on to the regular practice. Even they are studying from home, if the classes are starting at 9 o'clock, don't encourage them to wake up from the bed at 9 o'clock. Just, keep it on, keep them connected in Teams or WebEx or Zoom. Don't ever encourage. Whether it may be your own children or your own students, it could be anybody. Make them to get ready, make them to how they are get ready and go to the university the same way, ask them to get ready, give them the proper breakfast, and then let them sit for the classes. After the classes, log in and then let them log out of the classes. After log out, let them spend their own personal time. Don't give them so much of the task to overdo and extract themselves to be only with the technology. The same way, what we have to take care, we could not overfeed the children, and then we could not make them overeat. I don't recommend to give the over food to the students. It could be your own children I'm talking about, it could be our own students, because they are at home. They tend to have lots of snacks, lots of food intake, lots of snacks intake. Apart from this, we have Netflix, we have this FTV, and so many add-ons, to watch the movies. When you ask the students, how do you spend your time? They say, "Ma'am, Netflix." After class, they just go watch. What do? They just, instead of popcorn, they try to buy snacks and then eatables. This eating habit also will affect the health. Again, not only physically, it will put your mind also in a stressful situation. It will affect the entire cycle. So keep an eye on what you eat. Avoid junk food. Take a short walks. Be very careful with whatever food habits you are taking inside. The action which we can take, the solution I would recommend is stay healthy physically, mentally, and then emotionally. Physically, to keep you physically fit, which is very important, exercise, and then the food habits. Emotionally, mentally, which is very important, it should come from within. You cannot get any support externally. You have to take your support. Be positive. That is the only solution I could see. At any tough time, try to take the tough time as opportunity. There is an opportunity in it. For every no, for every challenge, because the SWOT analysis, for every threat, there is an opportunity. We need to look always for the opportunity. Again, we were talking about so many, the challenges. When I say opportunity, what kind of opportunities we have? Here we are talking about the academicians. Academicians, during this COVID-19 situation, you might wonder what opportunities I have. Opportunities are there at present. See, now this is an opportunity to listen the webinar. So same kind of online certification courses are available. There are free certificate courses are available online, that you can sign up for free certification courses, and you can get the certificate also. You will be able to master that particular subject wherever you are specialized in. We might be have our own specialization of the very specific subject. Even if you are interested to pursue further, we can go for that particular specialization. If not, what I recommend is, if you want to learn about the new subjects, you can go for the basics of the new subjects. What are different new subjects available? Or apart from that, we can have our own creativity. Say you have your own PowerPoint presentation. So see how to create more, the powerful PowerPoint presentation. See, you're using an Excel. We know to use the basic Excel. So when you are writing a research paper, how to put the analysis, how to activate the data analysis tool in Excel, how to use various tests in Excel. So whatever we have, we can try. It's like in a kitchen, we have various kind of ingredients, but we try to make the regular food every day. But if you think out of the box, you can prepare n number of recipes out of the ingredients. The same way, we can come out with many certification programs. Try to balance the work and family, which is very, very important. Before you are far away from your family. Now the family is within the four walls, but you are far away from the family right now. but try to be balanced, live a balance. We know everybody, every human is facing lots of pressure in work from home situation than before, because it was our old normal. We were used to that old normal. The only problem now is this is completely new platform. This is completely new for everyone. So everybody is facing lots of pressure. Just because everybody is working from home, the people who are quiet also, they started sending the email. They started giving the jobs. They are giving the expectations. If you are in your employer's place, they will not expect any expectations from you, assuming that you are doing the job. But once you are away at home, people are expecting from you. People are having more expectations from you. So those expectations, how will you fulfill? You need to prove that you are also doing the job. We don't have any commutation time right now. When you have a 9 o'clock class in the morning, maybe some of you might have started your journey at 7:30 or 8 or 8:30. Spending 1 hour or 2 hour every day, 3 hours to the worst case actually to commute to your office and then come back. We don't have such kind of time now. You are spending that particular time being at home, or in the sleep mode. Sleeping is also very good, or in some productive work hours. So how do we manage? We are used to, we are well connected with the technology now, so we can use the technology in a positive way. There are various application learning platforms are available. We can make that. As an academician, the other opportunity is this is the time to publish papers in the conferences, in the journals, and there are lots of funding projects are available online. We can write a proposals, book proposals. The reputed journals are asking for the proposals. The acceptance rate is very high now because people are more focused. People are, spending their time. Most of the people actually they are spending their time in the hospitals. Comparing to that, we are blessed. We are blessed to have being at home. In this situation, we have to make this as an opportunity. Book proposals opportunities are opened by most of the popular journal companies. So what I suggest is you can search for the book proposals. You can apply for that. The acceptance rate is very high at present, so you can go for that kind of opportunity. For the students, what kind of opportunities are there at present? They can spend a healthy time with the working parents. Imagine all of us are working parents, we never have such kind of opportunity to spend the whole day with our children. Think out of the box. Think out of the box. I know everybody is busy, but forget about that busy everything, keep that office work, everything apart, and then see. Before, you don't have, as I could say, you are working professionals, we don't have this kind of time to spend time with your family, especially with your children. But now you are with your children for 24 hours. Such a blessed life. We don't know how long we are going to enjoy this life, how long we are going to spend this 24 hours time with the children. Later, we don't know that when are we going to resume the work, officially. Why don't we think it in an opportunity level? And then career planning. The students, they can, who are studying the undergraduate or the postgraduate, they can plan for the career. This is the time, whatever entrance examinations, the exposure to the internet is high. They can plan for the career. Industry Connect, this is also an opportunity. They can use the LinkedIn or the other platforms to connect them with the industry. There are many part-time jobs are available at present. There are very virtual jobs, virtual internships are available. The students can make use of this opportunity to work from home. So who will be the mentor for them to do everything? We, the academicians, we have to mentor the students. We have to, we have that such kind of tool to change the mindset of the students. We need to take them in a positive way. What is the action which we are going to take? Map the new reality. This is the new reality. So we need to map, we need to say this is the new reality, find out the opportunity from here. Start the bar, start the chart from here. They don't have to start from zero. Start from here, wherever we are. This is the opportunity. See, this is the final takeaway for the life. I would say this is the last slide as well. If you are prepared with the questions, you are ready to, shoot the questions. To my best of my knowledge, I'll be able to answer. Final takeaway for the life, according to me. You see, whatever I'm sharing based on my own experience. Here, try to balance, separate. When we say balance, before we balancing, separate work from office. Don't mix. Now you have mixed already. A home and office is both mixed together. The table, the dining table is closer to your work table. Okay, but keep both separate, which is very important. The dining table will be could be closer to your work table, but don't mix the both together. So keep your home separate and then office separate. As I told you, keep your I'm getting a message. Keep your Outlook calendar. So Outlook calendar, everybody, try to block some 30 minutes for yourself. So mentally you feel like, like you always feel like that 30 minutes is for me. That 30 minutes is for me. So you can spend time whatever you want. Engage in regular social interactions. Social interactions, I would say, like you can talk to your friends or relatives, however you want to spend time, try to engage over phone or through WhatsApp, through video conferencing call, but keep yourself motivated. That is the only solution for everything. I would say keep yourself positive, keep yourself motivated, trying to stay connected. Stay connected with your family, stay connected with your friends, stay connected with the employer, which is very important. And when it comes to food habit, mind what you eat, when you eat, which is very important, what you eat, when you eat, which is very important. And then for the students, if you say, the university students, their parents will not be having any clue of what exactly they are doing, whether they are attending the online classes, or they are taking the internet in a positive way or negative way. Not all the parents would be able to watch exactly what the students are doing. They cannot be able to track. Only few parents might be able to track. Some of the parents, they will not be aware of what the students are doing. Try to take them in a positive way. Try to help them in their career planning. Help your students to overcome this social isolation, because we are all a social animal, but they should not be facing a isolation at home. Even though there are family members, they should not feel that they are isolated. Let them connect with your friends through the video conferencing or the WhatsApp calls, the way whatever they want. Let them connect, have the interaction. Finally, balanced screen time, which is the time which they are using the with the electronics. Balanced sleep time and the balanced family time. This three will make your life more happy, peaceful, and healthy. This is the takeaway, I think, as per my knowledge, I could give. I hope you might have enjoyed the presentation. I'm sure I think I'm on time, I guess. Yes, if you have any questions to me, please, you are ready to ask now. I'll be able to answer to the best of my knowledge.
No, thanks for your wonderful presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Any questions?
Dear participants, the forum is open for the questions. Please post your question in the chat or come through audio.
Hello, ma'am.
Any questions?
I have one doubt, ma'am. I have one question. Ma'am, in the rural area and the non-connectivity area regarding the network, how to connect with students, ma'am? The students not able to connect with the faculty members.
Yes.
How to develop their knowledge.
Okay, I understand that you are coming to say the students who are in the rural areas, they will not be able to connect with the faculty members because of lack of internet. So how do they gain the knowledge? But if you message them, I would say, like, I think we have a very good attractive internet packages. If I go through, in India especially, in all the network they are providing, the students are well connected in the WhatsApp. If they say they won't be able to connect through online classes, but what we can recommend is, say, for example, if you are using Teams, Microsoft Teams, if I say, you can record your classes. Whenever you are taking a classes, you can record. It will be there in the recording. The students who not join the live classes, they can look at the recording later, even whether they join. Usually, what we do in Microsoft Teams, we create a group. We create a group of 50 students or 100 students, whoever is part of the class. So you can record the class. After you record the class, whether the students attend or they don't attend, whoever is part of the group, they'll be able to access and gain the knowledge. I would say the student who are interested to gain the knowledge, for sure, he will access the particular video classes which you are, recording. This is what I'm doing right now for my students.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any questions?
Ma'am, we have a
I think, yeah, I could
audience.
see the question here, I think in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Sriram. Yeah, I could see one.
A question from Mr. Saravana Prakash regarding eye exercise during this time.
Yes, eye exercise, as I told you, 20. For every 20 minutes, I think there is a apps are available. For every 20 minutes, it will give you alarm. Look at your balcony or outside environment. Just go out to the garden or somewhere, or from your room also. Try to keep your windows open. Look at the balcony, which is 20 meters away for 20 seconds. That is the good exercise. If you can't do that, at least rotate your eyes from the same place, see right, left, top, bottom, and those at the movement of eyes will. But we always recommend 20. For every 20 minutes, watch 20 meters away for 20 seconds, which is the good exercise for eyes.
That was an excellent explanation, madam. We have another question from Dr. Satish Kumar regarding how to attract rural to this platform.
I mean, the students who are in the rural area, as I told you, see, every university is using their own platform. It could be WebEx or Teams or, Web, Zoom, whatever you have. So whatever you are using, I hope all the faculty members are creating a group in that particular, for example, if you are taking MBA students, you might be creating a groups for MBA students or BBA students. So you will be sending a meeting link to them because you are following your own timetable. The timetable will be shared with the students, So based on that, the student will be able to. I could say, even though I am in Dubai, some of the students, they went to India for vacation. Still, they got stuck in India. So due to the time difference, also still, if I say some of my students right now, if I say, I am in Dubai right now. My students, they are staying in China. One group in China, one group in India, one group in Africa, in the same classroom. So they look at the time difference. In India, I'm telling even the same rural part you are telling to join in India. They are joining my classes from India. But they say in the beginning, ma'am, due to internet issue or something, if I could not, switch on the video, or if I could not speak, I will text you. I will text you, give a text message immediately. See, if you say no network, we cannot agree no network because I think they will be able to send a message in WhatsApp. That's what, from my understanding, my students from India who got stuck in the rural areas, they used to say. Some, they are messaging in WhatsApp saying that, ma'am, this is a power cut or something I could not able to do. But I joined, my microphone is not working. This is how they speak, but still they keep themselves attentive in the class. So when I'm taking a class from here, let's say 10 o'clock here, a student from Africa will be joining at 8 a.m. in the morning. The same way, a student from China will be joining. It's an evening time for them. Still they see to read the time difference. The students who wanted to learn always look for the opportunity. The student who is closer to you, if they don't want to learn, they never look for the opportunity. I think try to keep your classes recorded, which will be helpful for any sort of students. In which platform you are taking, your university is supporting, record your classes. Even if, see, for example, you have 1 hour class. You will not be engaged them in the lecture method for the entire 1 hour. You'll be taking hardly 40 minutes, or 35 minutes. Then you will be giving them some activity. Record at least the 35 to 40 minutes. They will be able to access at any time once they, get into the network. That is the best solution which we propose at present.
Ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, what would be the scenario? what would be the scenario that will prevail after COVID-19, ma'am, especially in educational institution? Everything will become online, ma'am.
See, when it comes to the education, I would say now digitally we are transformed. Now you have the practice of attending the webinar. You have the practice of attending the online classes. This is the additional platform. Now you are using all the additional applications like Kahoot, Microsoft Forms, and then the Teams. Everything you are using. I feel like we don't want that to go waste. So what happens is it will be a kind of blended learning. In the future, we expect the students will go attend the classes. On top of that, you will be having, because once you are practiced with the webinar, we don't want to see somebody, you are getting expert from other country, from US to speak and to gain the opportunity. We don't want that to lose the opportunity. Now you are comfortable with the platform. You can ask them to join, get the expertise from them, get the career guidance from them, career planning from them. So this is the add-ons for the classroom learning, I guess.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, we have a question from the participant. Like the kids aged group 5 and 6 having online class, but it is new to them. But still they are not interested. They are forced to attend the classes. Is it good for those students?
I agree with your point. Actually, when you say kids, I'm seeing actually the kids. When you say 5 to 6 year, hardly they are in grade one or grade two. You cannot make them. We don't want to sit them for the entire hours. I don't think they plan the classes in such a way how we are planning, because we are talking about university students, so they sit for the entire hours. Even if they don't sit, even if we don't tell them, at least they get up, walk, put the headphone. But those children, the challenge is they are more dependent on parents. Parents are sitting and doing all the activities. The teachers are sending the video links, video clippings to the students. I have seen the couple of videos shared by our friends actually who is doing the online learning. There is a nanny at home. Nanny is taking care of the child. The nanny is more comfortable with the platform, and then she is taking care of the child and showing all the video is kept it on the table. The children, they are enjoy dancing and singing the song. The teacher is singing the song. This children, they are in the hall, they were enjoying singing the song. In that way they were enjoying. So their class is not like in the sitting posture for long hours. They have a class with a combination of dance mode, but the teacher will be dancing online. But here, the challenge is they always need a support from the parents. The parents, they have to, finish the work and be with the children for entire hours, 3 to 4 hours to dance, sit, to connect them with the technical platform. But the students, the best part is they know to use, because now as a parent, what we do when our child is 1 year old, we always take a pride of saying that my kid is 1 year old, but she is more comfortable in using the apps. Switch on the apps, she herself will play the music. That is the pride the parent is talking about. Now when the kids are using we are against them. I hope I'm answered for your question.
Yes, ma'am. I think the participant got your answer.
Any more questions?
Yes, ma'am. We have a suggestion, like, I don't think it's a question. It is by SP Manikya Vasuki. She said that
Okay.
students are mostly connected only by WhatsApp, whereas other app like web is too much difficult to connect with other teams.
Yeah, students, I agree with you. The students are well connected with the WhatsApp. See, what we do, we have all the official channel of sending the WhatsApp. Not the WhatsApp, is not the official channel. In Teams, and then we always have the official email ID. We send them everything we do officially. Final touch will be given through WhatsApp. Just send a message to the WhatsApp group. The students, they will add us also in the group. Send a message, immediately they will come in. Even though you have a official channel, that is the one personal channel. It always works, but we have to agree with official communication. You send it, but we have to agree with the most convenient channel for us. Ultimately, the message should be reached to the students. That is what we need.
Okay, ma'am. We are receiving here many thank chat from the participants.
Madam, this is R. Sundar Kumar from Institute of Road and Transport Technology.
Yes, please.
Madam, do you have a screenshot of eye rotation?
Screenshot.
Screenshot or image for practicing eye rotation.
Okay, what I suggest is just go to Google, type eye exercise, the 20:20:20, you will be getting the eye exercise.
Okay.
Okay, if you type 20:20:20 eye exercise, you will be able to know. That's nothing but, for every 20 minutes, you just have to look at the long distance, around 20-meter distance. And then for 20 seconds, you have to look. Very simple. Instead of going for the theoretical, let's make the life put it in a simple way. That is the exercise for us. For every 20 minutes, look at the distance of 20 meters distance for 20 seconds. That's it. Very simple.
Okay. Sometimes I'm able to read a small letter. Sometimes I'm not able to.
Okay, if you need a detailed exercise, I think only YouTube link will help. I always follow the simple exercise. Simple and fast doing exercise instead of going for the digging deeper exercise, which we can't do.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Hello. Madam, you were so far explaining about the teaching and learning digitally, but how you are managing with the evaluation pattern, like giving assignments and making that?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Evaluation pattern. Evaluation pattern number one, if you are using a Microsoft platform, because most of the universities are using either the Microsoft Teams or WebEx, or they'll be using the Zoom. As per my knowledge, only these three platforms they were using it. So I'll take an example of Microsoft Teams. In a Teams, there is an option called assignment. If you click the assignment, you can just upload the assignment. Whatever assignment you wanted to give, the content you can upload it. The student will be individually able to submit the assignment online. They can submit it. If they submit it on time, you can give the time limit. Say the time limit is tomorrow, May 5th, evening 4 o'clock. So they will be able to submit it individually. They can able to submit it late also. See, when it comes to online learning, we have to always give the grace period. That's what I feel. Even though it's a 1 hour examination, try to give the 1.5 hour examination. This is for the assignment. Presentation, what I'm doing is how we are sharing the screen. For the internal conference I'm talking about, we are sharing the screen. The same way we can ask the students to share the screen and they do the PowerPoint presentation. But here the problem comes, we cannot expect all the students will be, as I told you, like, countries like India, like we cannot expect everybody to use an individual laptop to share the screen. What I do is I tell my students, once you have prepared the PowerPoint presentation, upload it in the assignment area. From there, say, for example, a couple of students who will be doing the presentation, I will download in my laptop. I will just share the screen. They will be doing the presentation. So that whether they access from the mobile or, the laptop, they'll be able to do the presentation. And then we have a very good, application in Microsoft Forms. Microsoft Forms, I feel, if you start using that, you'll be able to give the quiz. One more question, if you give the answer, themselves it will evaluate. If it is a long answer kind of thing you are giving it, you will be able to, I could use, suggest as an official channel as well, because it will try to pull out your official email ID. What is the start time of the test, end time of the test, for the name. And then once the student are getting all the answers, you'll be receiving in only one single Excel. So say, for example, you are doing for only one class, you'll be generating only one link and give it to the student. If it is a multiple choice answer, it will evaluate and give you the result. You will be getting 4 results. You don't have to take the pain of evaluating. If it is like a kind of long answers, the long answers, you will get all the answers in Excel. In the Excel, you just have to give the mark and then sum up, which is very easy. For based learning, I suggest to use Kahoot quizzes where the student will be having more fun in giving the answers. This is for activity.
Okay. The last 1 month we have conducted the model Google Classroom. They posted the students, we gave the questions and they posted assignments and we conducted a test and all. They're doing through the writing in hard copy and then uploading the sheets in the PDF form. So that's why. But Most of the people are copying. I hope it was actually. That is a
So
kind
see,
of.
actually, we have to, in such scenario, when we are giving a question, we prepare a different type of question. We gave all sorts of application-based questions. If we
Okay.
ask directly what type of question, what is this, what is that, actually the student will copy. Google will be very friendly.
Yeah.
When I give the question paper, I always check the application-based questions. They need to, I give the situation. So, for example, you are talking about, I would say, methods of data collection or some, in a research methodology, if I say, I will not ask you, like, ask them, what are the different types of different methods of data collection? Or I will not ask them what is measurement scales. I will give them the different situation. In this, what type of method you will apply, why will you apply? In that situation, the student says that, ma'am, even Google is not, I understand that Google is not my friend. Till now, I was thinking Google is my friend, will give an answer for everything. But now you put him in a situation where he cannot copy, even the Google cannot help. Because you are giving a situation. He has to apply the answer in that particular situation.
It's like an open book test.
This part.
Application
Open book
rate.
test. Give the open book test. But you are the master. Like when you are preparing the question, prepare the question in such a way he cannot copy from Google. Give the application based question. But
Okay,
here
thank
the
you, ma'am.
problem comes. They try to copy, from the classmates itself. Once they
Yeah.
understand the textbooks, not. I give them the ebook. Take the ebook. Take the Google. To come to the meeting online. Use only the link. You prepare, you submit. 1 hour test, the link will be valid for 1 hour 15 minutes. I just give the grace time of 15 minutes. You submit it within that time. Now they have to get the help from only the classmates. If the classmates helps him, he can get the help. If not, who will help?
Okay.
Even if the classmates are helping also, we will be getting a similar answer in the Excel. We will understand whose answer he is copying.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have tried, but I want to know whether any better methods are.
No, don't give the application based questions. That is better.
Okay. Okay.
Here it's a time consuming for us. We have to spend lots of time in preparing the question. That's how, it takes lots of time for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Understood. Ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Participants, is there any question to be asked to our resource person? Please come forward.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Kamala, good evening. This is Dr. Vanita here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it was really a wonderful presentation, Kamala. Thank you very much for your interactive thing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. It was more or less like you spoke out of the heart, whatever you experienced and whatever as a teacher and as a mother, right? Whatever you experienced, you have expressed it. I hope like all the participants must have really enjoyed it and they must have learned all the latest teaching tools and methodologies that you're using there, right? And then we are really happy about it. And thank you very much for that. I have got a question to you, ma'am. The thing is, like, so far we spoke about the method of balancing our work as academicians and as family members. We are into industrial relationship. Majority of the faculty, like at present, almost all the institutions, they are trying to connect with industry and they are trying to give the academic inputs as per the expectations of the industry. So regarding that, at present, what sort of things you follow there in your organization? Maybe the globe, it differs for the different countries, right? So we would like to know what sort of inputs you have and how it could be utilized at present.
Okay, for the industry relations, right? Okay. Now, if we talk about industrial relations, now I feel out here go for percentage. But in the running what happens is we asking you that the company giving student on task based, maybe the students have to do the online at the end of the receive a certificate from the company. So virtual internships became more popular at present. I feel like the students, they don't have to go out from home. They can do it. They can, well, also they will be receiving an experience certificate. I think it's an opportunity for freshers. When you say like they're losing jobs, the experienced people, high paid people are only, they are losing the company, they will not go for zero employment, right? So the high end people who is getting a more salary, the experienced people are losing the jobs at present. Again, the company is trying to take the freshers. So this is the opportunity for the freshers. We are, I mean, when you are talking about our students, they are in the right track to, I mean, capable to get a job in any part of the world.
Okay, that's really fine. We'll also maybe try to approach the companies over.
But we have to dig for the opportunity. We have to connect with the industry and dig where the opportunity is. But every industry is opening up the opportunity now.
True. Yeah. Thanks for the answer, ma.
Thank you very much.
I think you're done with the question, Mr. Sriram?
Yes, ma. Yes, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's a wonderful opportunity, wonderful experience being connected with more number of faculty members from various, parts of India. It's wonderful being with them. Thank you for the opportunity, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is a very great pleasure for us to connect to you, ma'am, through this FTP. I hope all the faculty members have really enjoyed the session. We could see that through chats.
Yes, I'm just reading the message. Yeah. Everybody is, it's my pleasure being with you all.
Yeah, it is a great opportunity for us to be connected with you, ma'am. And I am so happy that I have seen the research scholar and supervisor interaction. That also happened in a very short time. And I felt that rapport between you two.
It's absolutely.
And I am so happy that she is mentoring me. No? So I am so pleased.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. I hope that we are coming to end to this session. With my wholeheartedness, I thank you, ma'am, for spending your valuable time for this FDP. I thank all the professors who have attended this session. I also thank Dr. M.R. Venkatamani, Director, Department of Management Studies, Chappagam College of Engineering, Coimbatore, for making this happen. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I expect
Yes, Sriram,
us
thanks
to
for-
meet in the same occasion in the future, ma'am.
Sure. Thank you, Sriram, for your coordination. And for all the participants, about tomorrow's session, we'll have Mrs. Chellam. She's a psychologist, and she'll be talking about behavioral health on tomorrow. So all the participants will be receiving an email based on that today with the link. So you can join us tomorrow for a wonderful session, like same what we have today with Dr. Kamala Devi. Thank you one and all for your wonderful learning. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.